Thank you, Madam Chair. I have two questions, if that's okay. And I'm appreciative, thank you both for being here. In 2022, the legislature created the Opioid Advisory Commission to ensure the voice of the residents of Michigan through their elected officials were heard in the process. So that being the case, what is the relationship, or how is your relationship between DHHS, the Opioid Advisory Commission? Has this collaboration been working well, and then are the OAC's recommendations being followed?
Go first. Okay. Yeah, so some of it, I would say, recommendations in terms of the priorities of the OAC, in terms of following those Johns Hopkins principles. We really have been working to make sure that we are prioritizing spending money to save lives, and making sure that we are getting resources, making everything available very publicly and transparently, and that's been one of our priorities with getting funding, with getting this website out to demonstrate to the whole community the different levels of funding and where investments are going. And we have been a part of the OAC, and we have Brad is that way. Brad's here. Having on our opioid task force, having members of the Opioid Advisory Commission on that as well to ensure partnership.
Okay, so I guess as a follow-up, it appears to me that the OAC and DHHS are doing the exact same things. You're both having this session, you're having that session, you're both listening to same groups. The intent of the legislature was for these two organizations to work together, with AOC giving guidance to DHHS in lieu of the legislature. So I guess, rephrase, is that happening?
Yes, we are working with the Opioid Advisory Commission, and certainly working to incorporate the recommendations within our work.
So I'm just going to add that if you look at our annual report and you look at our quarterly bulletin, we would like to see more meaningful collaboration between the OAC and the Department of Health and Human Services. It has felt at times that there has not been meaningful collaboration or bi-directional flow of information, which we would like to see more of. I am hopeful that looking forward, that the opioid task force, now that it's convening, and the OAC can follow the spirit of the law more appropriately, to your point that we're all looking at the same data, we're all looking at the same information. Hypothetically speaking, we've struggled at times receiving information. We've only been able to access that which is publicly available, which has been a limiting factor for our ability to meaningfully work together, in my personal opinion.
Thank you. So I guess my second question, the guidelines given to the local communities and how they can spend the money. In general, we have Appendix E, it gives the requirements, right? I'm hearing that local governments are spending it on body scanners, local governments are spending it on just a couple of different things that you can scratch your head going, how is this actually addressing the opioids? It seems like they're trying to close budget gaps. So with that being the case, let's see here, with that being the case, how are we tracking the dollars and the programs that they're put into to actually find out if what we're doing is making a difference rather than just throwing dollars at it? Is there a way to do that?
If you look at page 6 of our quarterly bulletin, the one that matches the curtains in the room, it talks about local reporting through the Michigan Association of Counties. So they're actually partnering with public sector consultants in McCall-Hamilton to do some advocacy around harm reduction services and local reporting, and incentivizing reporting on the settlement dollars in specific. Currently, there is a staff person at MAC who is funded by vital strategies through the Bloomberg dollars. That position will be expiring next fall when Vital Strategies leaves the state of Michigan. And it's unclear if that particular position will be continuing, but that is one of the one of the points for locals. I am one of the experts on the Michigan Technical Assistance Collaborative. As I'm sure everyone is aware in this room, Michigan State University is a land grant based organization. We have a brick and mortar in every county, so the community assessment and engagement that Jared mentioned earlier is being in large part led by MSU, and the learning sessions are being led by the other universities. And part of that is to help the counties. It's an opt-in program, but I think we're at 21 counties have opted in. So to receive some technical assistance in terms of performing an evidence-based needs assessment for their communities. And then we work closely with MAC on that program. We work closely with one of Jared's staff people at the department, Brandon Poole, to help us identify counties, to help us kind of quote unquote advertise this as an opportunity to support that, to support the local communities in making evidence-based best practice decisions that kind of follow the spirit of that Exhibit E.
Thank you, Rep. Green. And our last question is Rep. Boone.